Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. My name is Nat and I'm here for you. I am here for you, hopefully to help you find those keys to the door that will unlock your happiness. And that's why I do this, to help you find your happiness, because I do honestly believe we're here to be happy and to enjoy life to its fullest. All right. I want to give a quick thank you and shout out and plug to Podomatic. They have kept this show on the air since the beginning, going on almost 500 episodes. And they are excellent. And I started for free with them. And you can start your podcast for free. And you can do it right from your phone. Podomatic.com. They're awesome. And they get this podcast to every possible platform. I love it. If this is your first time here, well, welcome to the show. I'm glad you found it. Don't know how you found it. But if you want to tell me how you found it, send me a text, 304-506-3332, and let me know how you found the show, and also let me know how the show is helping you. I love to hear the stories. It makes me feel like that's my pay right there. It's you telling me how my words are helping you find your happiness, all right? Don't forget about my book, The Positive Perspective, available on Amazon, or you want to skip big tech, go directly to me, bepositivepodcast.com. A pop-up will come up and you can choose to buy the book, and you can also choose a personalized copy. And I really appreciate all of you that have gotten the personalized copy. And I want to give a quick thank you and shout out to Positive Pete is his name. That's what he goes by, Positive Pete. Positive Pete just bought 75 books to give to his colleagues and employees because he wants to share the positivity. Now, that's what I'm talking about. And Positive Pete, I love the name. I really appreciate what you do. And thank you for purchasing the books. And thank you for sharing this message, man, because that's what it's all about, sharing the positivity and helping other people to find their place. It's really difficult in this world now, especially to find your place, since most people are being told what to do and what to think, you know. So, all right. You know the text line. I already said it. 304-506-3332. I want to hear from you. See your pictures and all that stuff. Quick side note. I am working on my second book. Many of you have asked, when am I doing my second book? And I've been putting it off. But I'm working on my second book. And I'm also working on a journal with my daughter. She's helping me put together a journal that you can use all year long with all kinds of stuff in it. And she's got some amazing ideas. She must get her intelligence from her mom. All right. One more thing. If you've got something you want me to talk about, you can also get to me through the website, bepositivepodcast.com/your story, and you can tell me all about it, and I'll discuss it on the air. And if not, I'll email you back, and we can just talk one-on-one. So whatever works for you. All right. All right, what the heck am I going to talk about today? Oh my gosh, I don't even have a topic for today. But I'm going to go with, let me do a thought for the day. I haven't done a thought for the day in a long time, so let me do a thought for the day. And the thought for the day is to write down the one thing that brings you joy. When you think of being happy and joyful and forgetting all your troubles, what are you doing? What's the thing that you're doing? And write that down and look at it and go, wow, how can I do more of that? Right? Maybe you are riding your Peloton bike. Maybe you're playing music. Maybe you're writing poetry. Maybe you're painting. Maybe you're sitting just watching a sunset. Whatever it is that brings you joy, that's how you get happy. You do more of that. All right? Okay, what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about change, and not the change in your pocket, because, I mean, that's all we got left nowadays, right, is change. No, I'm talking about change, when you have to change something about your life, and how difficult that can be. And you've heard the phrase, change is good. Well, I think in this show I'm going to talk about change is not always good. Change is different, but sometimes you change and you make the wrong decision, and then you beat yourself up over it. But when you're thinking of changing anything in your life and changing something you've been doing for a long time, maybe it's a job, maybe it's the way you've treated your family for all these years, maybe you haven't talked to your parents or your siblings for 10 years or whatever it is, and you don't know what to say. Well, if it's time to change. Maybe if you want to talk to them and you want to change your life, you have to make the change, but that gets uncomfortable, right? Doesn't it? When you got to do something different, maybe you want to be a successful businessman, but you're afraid and you just don't want to change. You don't want to take the risk. And as long as you're happy not taking the risk and where you are and it works for you, then no one can tell you you're wrong. Because in essence, you're not wrong. Because any decision that you make for yourself in life is the right one because it is yours as long as you make it from a place of one. As long as you make that decision and it comes from who you are and not from who you've been programmed to be or who someone else expects you to be. So when you're making the decision based on your thoughts, your goals, your dreams, your personality, your being, your whole being, and you can make a decision and say, yeah, I made that decision. And the only way you can do that is if you're willing to take the blame 100% when it doesn't happen. And that's where we have trouble. Most people have trouble accepting responsibility or blame for a decision that they've made. Okay, you made a bad decision. You spent 10 years of your life in a marriage that didn't work. Well, you're going to beat yourself up and after it breaks up and you move on and still say, yep, I wasted 10 years instead of saying, you know what, I got 10 years of experience now. I know what not to do in a relationship. I mean, I don't make to make light of it, but it's the past. If you're living in the past, then you're not making any changes. And then you know exactly what to expect tomorrow. But stepping into that river of change, and it's a great analogy. I think I got that from Joe Dispenza. Stepping into that river of change is so uncomfortable. And if you visualize it, if you close your eyes and visualize it, not if you're driving, of course, but if you visualize it and you put one foot into a stream, a running stream, the water's going by, whoosh, and you got 1 foot in it. It's cold or it's warm or whatever it is. It's up to you. But that 1 foot in the water, as the water is rushing by you, those are opportunities. Those are chances to change. And you're not riding with that change and accepting those changes because you still got the 1 foot on land. Because you have not put both feet into that river of change. Because it's uncomfortable. Maybe it's cold. It's like, oh, it's cold, but look at all this opportunity going by me. But, oh, I can't do that because I gotta pay this bill or I've gotta live this lifestyle. Or I don't want to make these sacrifices. Because I guarantee you, every successful person, every happy person, every person who has accomplished something in their life, you ask them, was it easy? And I would venture to say that 90% would say no. It was a hell of a lot of work. And it was some rough times and I hit rock bottom sometimes and I made bad decisions and maybe I lost all my money and now I'm getting it back. Or maybe I lost the one I love and now I have to work on myself and whatever it is. But they've made it through it. And when you do that, it makes you a stronger person. Now, in the beginning of the show, I was talking about change, and that's what we've been talking about. But on the other side of the coin, maybe change isn't good for you. Now, how do we justify that not changing and staying where you are? Well, that's a completely individual feeling that you have to come to terms with. Are you happy, truly happy with your life? And if you look all the way around and you say, the life I'm living, the position I'm in, I don't care if I advance, I don't care what happens, I am totally happy and content and ready to live my life this way for the rest of my life without any complaints, without any regrets. And if you could say that and someone's trying to force you to change, that could be bad. Because the only thing, to me, stronger than change is choice. It's your choice to be where you are in your life right now. And when I say that to people, they're like, no, it's the circumstances. No, it's because you've let the outside circumstances control your inner voice. The stuff you hear, the things people say, things you see in the media, things that your friends are saying. All that is outside chatter. And a long time ago, I used to say outside chatter doesn't matter. So I'm bringing back some of the old phrases. But if you're 100% happy with the decisions you made and the place you are in life, then you don't need change. Because the bottom line, let's be realistic here. The whole point of everything I do here and the words that I say is to try to help you to find your happiness, what brings you joy. When you can wake up in the morning and go, oh, I woke up again. Okay, cool. Could be a good day. Could be a rough day. I don't know. Notice I didn't say bad day because no day is a bad day. But maybe something will go wrong and you'll have to solve the problem. And then at the end of the day, you evaluate your day and say, okay, this was right. This is what I did wrong. I could have done this better. I did this fantastic, blah, blah, blah. And you accept all responsibility for every action. And you go to sleep with your goals in your forefront of your mind. So your subconscious can work out the details with the universe while you're sleeping. It works. I'm telling you, it works. I do it all the time. My daughter's like, how do you do that? She's starting to get it. She's starting to figure this out, how to manifest things in her life that she wants without asking for them, but just the thought energy that you put out there. All right. So that just went off on a whole different path. That's a whole nother podcast, isn't it? So we should talk about that next time. But change can be good. It's going to be uncomfortable. But in the end, you're going to look back and be thankful that you made it and made the decisions that changed your life and are getting you to the next level. Because where were you 10 years ago? Were you content and happy with where you were 10 years ago? Where were you 5 years ago? Maybe you're in the same job, but you're happy. I had my same job for 11 years and I love it. And there's nothing wrong with it. But you have to ask yourself, are you 100% happy with where you are in life? And if you're not, it may be time for a change somewhere. And then the task comes to you is to figure out what you need to change to find more joy in your life. Because that's what it's all about. Being happy, joyful, sharing joy, sharing positivity, and bringing that positive energy because it's infectious. I'm telling you, it is infectious. And that's one infection I love sharing or catching or whatever. All right. All right, man. That's the show today. I hope you have a fantastic week. Don't forget about the book, Positive Perspective. You can get it from my website. And you know the text line. I'm going to say it again. I want to hear from you. 304-506-3332. All right. Thanks a lot for listening to the show. My name is Nat. This has been the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. I think we can all do a little bit better. I'll talk to you later.